Hey there, it's Jen Young. I just want to share with you how I overcame my fear of crow pose. So I was always afraid of smashing my face and mostly my nose. So it took me a long time to get crow because of that fear factor. So I thought I would share with you what helped me. So a block pillow, something mostly for your eyes to focus on. So some of this is a bit of a panacea, but it does make a difference. So if you have that fear of crow pose, you want to have a block that's just far enough in front of you that you feel like that's where your head would be once you lift it up. So I'm going to guess it's somewhere about there. And then I just look at it. And just looking at that helps me float up. The other thing that helped me is the arm position. Crows are birds, and bird knees bend backwards. But when people are setting up, generally they tend to push the elbows out. So crows don't quite walk like that. So you want to hug your elbows in so that they're pointing towards your feet. And what that does is turns on the chest muscles. So if I have my elbows out, you can see my chest is pretty flat, not much happening. But as soon as I turn my elbows down, you can see my pecs activate. So that's what you want to find as you're setting up for crow. And then for beginners, what I usually advise is just try to get the knees as high up to the arms as you can. Um, the full pose has the knees more into the armpits, but this way you can start to work on your core activation. It's not so much about strength as it is about core activation and making sure your chest muscles are supporting your shoulders. So you're not relying on your arm strength. So bending the knees or bringing them as close to the shoulders as you can and then pushing them against the arms helps you find your core. And also making sure the hips aren't lifting back. So as you start to come forward, you'll feel your hips start to lift back in your back arch. But you want to keep pushing the hips under, because that's what's going to help the core activate. So elbows pointing towards the feet, hands not too far forward. Make sure the elbows are bent and knees high on the arms. Squeezing the arms, sit bones pressing forward, and then maybe just play with tucking your chin and feel that activate your core. Maybe that's enough for you to begin with. But finding that core is what's going to help you find the lift eventually. So you keep pushing the hips forward, maybe one foot comes up, resisting that urge to lift because you're trying to go up, but you want to think forward more. So playing alternating feet, and then maybe they just pop up. So I'd love to hear that goes for you. Leave me a comment, see if that helps. I'd love to hear. And thank you so much for joining me. Take care.